You're doing you need a video editor for your juggling act. So they want me to keep the shot of him hitting the kid. Testing, 1, 2, 3. I actually shot this video once already, but the audio was absolutely too perfect that I had to reshoot it. Okay, hi, I'm Kurt Indovina, and I am a full-time freelance video making dude, video editor guy. That's what I do. Now, I've been freelancing full-time for about 2 months, and though that isn't a long time, I feel like in this pocket, in this window, I've experienced a lot of things, I've learned a lot of things, and I think it's worth at least sharing what I've learned so far and kind of pros and cons and misconceptions of what it is or how it is to actually be a freelance video dude. Yeah. Now, before we dive into that, let's actually examine why someone would want to go freelance, and in this case, why I went freelance. And it can be narrowed down into basically one really simple thing, and that is I wanted to be my own boss. I wanted to work for myself. And a lot of the reason why that is because how I wanted to develop my career as a video creator, as a producer, as a video editor, I saw an opportunity to develop that better on my own than what I was capable of doing at the job I was working at, and even the other jobs that were offered in my current city. I just felt that there was a gap that I could fill, and I could fill it with exactly what it is I wanted to accomplish at this point in my life. Now to examine the differences between your full-time job and going freelance or doing your freelance work. Full-time job, consistent hours, you know what you're getting paid. In most cases, the check will be the same every single week. You have a routine, you're going to the office, you know what you're doing, you have benefits, you have PTO, you have the comfort of an office of other people around you. Freelance, the great unknown. It is a scary abyss in which you may not have the same paycheck you got last week. In fact, you may not even get a paycheck the following week or the week after that. It all depends on the work you're doing and the client you're working with. It's a lot of stress. It's a lot of work. You might ask yourself, well, why would you be doing this? Rewind to the part where I say why I did it. But undoubtedly, to both of these sides, there's definitely pros to going freelance as there are cons, but it all depends on how you see those pros and cons, because in many cases, the cons can be pros to others and so forth and whatnot. So, first off, I want to touch on some misconceptions. In the short time that I've been full-time freelancing, there's definitely some moments where people definitely see it kind of like almost like a luxury that I have the ability to work from home or work on my own, or as though it's a privilege. I personally strongly disagree with freelance being a privilege or a luxury. If they were those things, then that would allude that I didn't work extremely hard to be where I am right now. Up until the point I quit my full-time job, I was also freelancing at the same time, and honestly the same amount of work that I'm freelancing right now. So I really was doing 2 full-time jobs at once to reach the point where I could no longer handle one or the other. So sure, it's absolutely, without a doubt, luxurious in the sense that I get to work from home and wear sweatpants or whatever it is my heart desires, but it did come with a cost of my time, effort, and willpower to get there. Misconception number 2. There's the sense that because you work from home, you have all this time in the world, you get to make your own hours. This is true. However, it is at the bane that you are the only person breathing down your neck to get work done. That is, or your client who's gonna give you the check, in which if you don't do that thing, you don't get the check. It's not like you can show up to work and look at Twitter all day and conceptualize videos for your YouTube channel while you pretend to work on other stuff and you still get paid. You might just not be as respected, but you still get paid. It's not like that when you're freelancing. And going off of that, the idea of time is, even though I'm working from home and I design my own time and I'm able to create my own schedule, I still feel as though I'm working just as much as I did when I had a full-time job. And in fact, there are moments when I feel like I have even less time. When I started going freelance, I had this big grand scheme that I was gonna like double down and start posting more on my YouTube channel. And clearly I've still been posting, but not nearly as much as I wanted to. Now, since I've started this, there's been a few individuals out there who have asked for advice on how they too can start freelancing, where to begin and how to get work and all that stuff. So for me, it's kind of an odd situation because here in Rochester, New York, where I live, I like to think that I'm involved very deeply in the community of my city, in the sense that I know a lot of business owners, I know a lot of people who are involved in doing creative things around here, and I've been very, I hesitate to use the word lucky, but I've put myself out there in such a way that I am recognized for the work that I do as a video editor or a video producer or what have you. And thankfully, in a lot of cases, work has come to find me. So my advice to people is to understand that I have been putting work out consistently for over a year and a half, just shoving everything out into the open that I do. So I would suggest that you do the same. If you're interested in going this route, start putting out every single thing you create in this moment, right now, to start introducing yourself to the world and what it is you do. If you're not as involved in your kind of local community or bubble or whatever it is that you have, one tip I would like to suggest is go to a local business, may it be a coffee shop or a grocery store or something of that nature, and simply just put it out there that you would like to offer whatever it is you do for them for free. Make it clear that you're using this opportunity as a means to introduce yourself to them and what it is you do, and that you just simply want to build on what it is you're working on and figured you can share your skills for the better of a business that may not otherwise have the luxury of paying for something like a video or a piece of art. And then if they agree to it, they might say no, that's fine, so then you just go to the next business and give it a shot. But if they say yes, this is your opportunity to share what it is you do with a wider audience that's just not your own following, which you may or may not have. To back this up with something tried and true, I recently kind of did something similar with a coffee shop here in town called Ugly Duck Coffee. In this case, the owner kind of suggested to me that he would like me to make a video, and then we conceptualized this thing together, but I did it just purely because I wanted to. Okay, that's all I got. Thank you so much for tuning in. I hope this brought some value to you, or at least gave you some insight into what it is or what my life has been like. I also moved, so those of you who revisit me, this is now the room in which I shoot in. I have a staircase which goes up to a tiny room. I don't know what to use it for yet, however. Anyways, one last time, I'm Kurt Indovina. Thank you so much for watching. Yeah, if you have any questions about all this jazz, you want to talk more about it, comments, we can chat. Okay, bye.